welcome to the Science of Yoga Part 6, Karma. To explain karma, let's take the story of a man called Joseph. Now, Joseph has fantasies about getting rich too quickly. He has these wild visions of freedom and is frustrated with his life as it is. So he went online and started to make deals with people, offering him almost too good to be true, get-rich-quick schemes. And Joseph then invests a lot of money into each of these schemes and waits patiently for their return. Days and weeks go by. Now Joseph is getting impatient and decides to follow up on all of his leads, but to his horror he realizes that he's been scammed, shortchanged. In fact, every investment he made turned out to be a farce. So he thinks to himself, this is just bad karma. Everyone I deal with ends up being a fake. And his mind immediately externalizes the problem. It makes it seem like he's the victim here and the perpetrators are out there. But if we take a closer look at the problem, there is a very important lesson to be learned, which is, of course, not out there, but is within Joseph. Namely, it was he who had fantasies about getting rich too quickly, and it was this that made him weak, beguiled, easily manipulable. He was therefore easy pickings for the manipulators out there, just like a wolf can smell a wounded sheep from miles afar. So the average brain always looks outside and blames what's happening out there for its problems, but will avoid at almost any cost looking back at itself to see the original cause. And this applies in some ways to most of our problems. Of course, there are bad things out there, but the question is, what are we doing in relation to them? As soon as Joseph comes to his senses and sees the truth of his own beguilement, he'll have learnt his lesson. Once Joseph stops getting lost in fantasies and sees things more clearly, suddenly the wolves out there start to disappear. They can't smell any blood anymore. And Joseph decides now to take a much more measured and concrete approach.
Subscribe to Infognostica to get regular updates to enlighten you and your family. Join our community while you're here. Until next time, Padawans.